Hello everyone. Today I'm going to sing a song composed by Rabindranath Tagore at the age of 45. This song is Tagore's commentary on a verse from the Isha Upanishad. They who discern the Atman in all beings and all beings in the Atman would have no revulsion towards anyone. My commentator is Rattan, who studied at Cambridge many years ago. কত জানারে জানাইলে তুমি কত ঘরে দিলে ঠাই দূরকে করিলে নিকট বন্ধু পরকে করিলে ভাই কত জানারে জানাইলে তুমি পুরানো আবাস ছেড়ে যাই যবে মনে ভেবে মরি কি জানি কি হবে পুরানো আবাস ছেড়ে যাই যবে মনে ভেবে মরি কি জানি কি হবে নূতনের মাঝে তুমি পুরাতন সে কথা যে ভুলে যাই জীবনে মরণে নিখিল ভুবনে যখনই যেখানে লবে চিরজনমেরো পরিচিত হে তুমি চিনাবে সবে তোমারে জানিলে নাহি কেহ পর নাহি কোনো মানা নাহি কোনো দর তোমারে জানিলে নাহি কেহ পর নাহি কোনো মানা নাহি কোনো দর সবারে মিলায়ে তুমি জাগিতেছ দেখা যেন সদা পাই কত জানারে জানাইলে তুমি কত ঘরে দিলে ঠাই
Hi everyone. I'm very touched that Professor Barua reached out to me to interpret this poem by Tagore. Yes, I was at Cambridge many years ago in 93, 94. I now live in the United States. But I just want to say something before I start. A quick disclaimer. I am not an Indic religion expert. Neither am I a Tagore scholar. But I do like Rabindranath Tagore a lot. And especially this poem. I do not speak Bengali, but I love Bengali a lot. I listen to a lot of Shama Sangeet. And this particular song that Professor Barua sang is also sang by a late Bengali singer, Suchitra Mitra. She sings it so beautifully. I've always listened to her, and this song is very dear to me, and I'll explain why in a minute. But first of all, if you don't mind, I would like to reread the poem so that I can really go to some of the details of what Professor Barwa just sang. I want to reread it in a different way. I mean, retranslate it in a different way. You have made me known to friends whom I knew not. You have given me seats in homes not my own. You have brought the distance near and made a brother of the stranger. I am uneasy at heart when I have to leave my accustomed shelter. I forgot that there abides the old in the new, and there also thou abidest. Through birth and death, in this world or in others, wherever you lead me, it is you the same, the one companion of my endless life, who ever linkest my heart with bonds of joy to the unfamiliar. When one knows thee, then alien there is none, then no door is shut. Oh, grant me my prayer that I may never lose the bliss of the touch of the one in the play of many. I am very, very fond of this poem. But first of all, I want to say that Tagore, wrote a book called Sadhana, amongst many other books that he's written. Sadhana, to me, I've read it like almost 10, 15 times, is such a touching book because what is discussed in this poem is the Atman, the true self, which is always your eternal companion. In Sadhana, which is a small book of this size, he, in essay after essay, he writes about the relation of that self to the universality, to action, to knowledge, even evil related to that self, and then what men should do to attain that self. Basically, the theme is the aim of human life is to attain that self, right? That book is so important to me, and I have read it for many years. I keep it with me all the time. It's almost like a distillation of the Upanishads in this book called Sadhana. That particular poem also is very dear to me because as a Mauritian, from Mauritius, I left many, many years ago. I went to England. I came back to Mauritius. I traveled around Africa when I was working in Mauritius. Then I came to the United States to start a new life, did a PhD. Why I'm saying all this is the poem appeals to me because life is throwing us in different directions. So many things have happened, so many circumstances have changed, so many friends have come and gone, deaths and births have happened. But sometimes when I read some of those poems of Tagore, like this one, when he says that you are the eternal companion, right? When one had anxiety about how am I going to go to the United States? How am I going to make things work in a different country? Somehow, when you speak to your inner self, help happens, and help is given to you, and there is some sort of eternal witness that is always constantly with us, right? So that's why this poem is extremely dear to me, and so many things in it are so true. For example, Tagore talks a lot about the fact that we live in a changing world. Everything is changing around me. So in Sadhana, for example, he talks about one should not fear change, right? One should see God in the world, right? Or the Atman, not God, the Atman in the world, right? Where are you found? Where is that eternal witness? How do I access it? Well, I'll end by a very beautiful note that I read about Tagore. I think it's actually in Sadhana itself, where he says one day he was on a boat on the river in his village, and he was sitting with a boat oarsman, the boatman, and suddenly a fish jumped out of the water. And Tagore says that, oh my God, that scene was so beautiful, right? It's glittering silver fish come out of the water, and for one fraction of a second he was stuck in time and space, looking at the beauty of this moment, right? And when he turned and looked at the fisherman was busy in his life, in his mind, and uh, pulling the boat around, and also busy in his work. He also saw that, but he didn't make a big fuss about it. Oh, hota hai, we saw a fish. So what I think is this incident shows, Tagore is telling us, is the Atman is ever present. It's just a matter of listening and looking, right? That's an incident in the book that I think relates to what he's saying in the poem, which is, you have always been with me. How do I see you? How do I find you? How do I listen to you? And how do I see you? So I just want to say thank you to Professor Barua. I'm thrilled that I have had a chance to interpret this poem in my own little way. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye-bye.